Hey there guys, and welcome back to another Pokemon X and Y Wi-Fi battle. My opponent this time is 1crash94, aka John 2. Wonder what happened to John 1. Anyway, he leads off with a shiny Therian Landorus, as I lead off with Aurorus. Might not be the best lead because I don't think I'm going to survive an earthquake from this thing, because Therian Landorus has a beastly attack stat, but he goes for U-turn instead. I really don't know why. Yes, he would hate to take an ice attack from Aurorus, but there is no way in hell Aurorus is going to outspeed him. Anyway, he brings in his Doublade. Interesting, I kind of want to use one of those myself. I don't have one yet, though. I go for the Rock Polish, figured go for Thunderbolt, and holy crap, that is bad. And I was going to use my own Rock Polish against me. That is going to suck. Easily one-hit KOs Aurorus. That quadruple steel weakness. Aurorus' typing is probably the worst possible typing for any Pokemon to have, Rock and Ice. Just so bad. Anyway, I bring in my Bastiodon as he switches out into his Landorus again. I'm not really sure why. I mean, what could Bastiodon really do to Doublade? Except for Roar. Go for Roar. In comes his Vaporeon. That's not really that good either. Kinda don't want to pit Bastiodon against that. So bring in Credilli, because Credilli has Storm Drain. And he does go for Scald. There we go, Storm Drain, free special attack boost. Credilli's Giga Drains will appreciate that very much. He goes for Toxic. That is unfortunate. There's one thing Credilli hates, it's being poisoned. But figured, I go for Poison as well. Because Vaporeon, it's likely to have Wish. You rarely see a Vaporeon that doesn't carry Wish. So, Toxic is at least going to help me whittle it down a lot faster, I hope. And he gets his Vaporeon out of there because he's definitely fearing the Grass-type attack. Brings Doublade back in. I don't really know why I went for the Recover here. Because honestly, I didn't really lose. Maybe I was predicting an Ice Beam or something. I mean, Ice Beam isn't that uncommon of a move on Vaporeon, I think. But it seems this is a nice opportunity to set up Stealth Rock, so I go ahead and do so. As he goes for his Swords Dance. So okay, he's got Swords Dance, Gyro Ball. I'm guessing Shadow Sneak is also on there, because that's a pretty good move for Doublade to have. Don't know what his fourth move is. So that could come back to bite me in the ass at some point. Get Credilli out of there. Bring in Bastiodon, because Bastiodon doesn't really have anything to fear from him. Because Gyro Ball, Bastiodon is so slow, it's not going to do anything. See, 22 points of damage, that's a +2 Gyro Ball from a Doublade. I don't know what his EV spread is or anything, if he has much in attack. But the Shadow Sneak doesn't do an awful lot more. Go for Taunt. Not really sure what I hope to accomplish with that. I mean, sure, he's not going to be able to set up more Swords Dances now, but that's about the utility of Taunt. He switches Doublade out, knowing that he's not going to break through Bastiodon that way, brings a Vaporeon back in. I guess the Scalds would be a better opportunity, or a better attempt at breaking through Bastiodon. I figured he'd go for Metal Burst. I was kind of predicting another Gyro Ball or something, hoping to deal some damage back to Doublade, but it just wasn't meant to be. Take some poison damage. And gotta get Bastiodon out of there. Figured I'd bring Credilli back in there because the Scald just seemed too obvious. Instead he goes for Wish. Alright. Vaporeon didn't really take that much damage yet. Maybe he wants to pass it on to someone else, but I didn't really damage anyone on his team that much yet. All I've really done is lose Aurorus and then kind of switch back and forth between Credilli and Bastiodon, hoping to wall stuff. And that's not really a good tactic to win a battle. You kind of have to go on the offense at some point. He switches Vaporeon out again, brings an EMT Bacon, which is an Emboar. Speaking of Pokemon you never see people use. Although with Emboar, there's good reason not to use it, because it's quite bad. I went for Toxic, because I was expecting him, well, I was definitely not going to stay in with Vaporeon, so I figured I'd poison whatever he brings in. Although if he brought in Doublade, that would have all been for nothing. But whatever, the Emboar usually has all these recoil moves, so the Toxic is definitely going to help me kill it a lot faster. Or help Emboar kill itself a lot faster as he goes for the Hammer Arm. And that almost kills Cradilly. I'm pretty sure Toxic is going to finish me off. Now Giga Drain is not going to help me get an awful lot back. Emboar was quite problematic because no Pokemon on this team takes fighting attacks well. Absolutely not a single one of them. So that's kind of the downside of running a dinosaur-themed team. Because they're all pretty much all rock types, and they all have the same weaknesses, so it's pretty hard to deal with that. Cradilly is kind of there to deal with the water weakness. I don't really have anything to deal with the grass weakness. Bring out Aerodactyl, he switches out Emboar, makes complete sense, brings Landorus in again. The Intimidate is going to suck. Aerodactyl does not like Intimidate. But oh well. And that's just, I figured, might as well pop the Mega Evolution immediately, that way I get the speed advantage a lot quicker. Because there are not a lot of things that can outspeed Mega Aerodactyl. And I went for Aerial Ace, hoping to hit Emboar pretty hard, but now it's going to hit Landorus. Still fairly hard. I mean, that's an Aerial Ace at -1. And that's a Stone Edge at -1, not bad. He goes for Stealth Rock. I kind of stayed in because I knew he had U-Turn, he probably has Earthquake, he probably didn't have anything to hit Mega Aerodactyl with. And then another Stone Edge, and Landorus bites the dust. Really glad that that thing is out of there. Because this team is predominantly physical attacker, so it hates anything with Intimidate. Brings Vaporeon back out, get Mega Aerodactyl out of there. Now I pretty much have to use Bastiodon as my main wall, because, well, Rampardos and Tyrantrum sure as hell can't take multiple attacks. He goes for a Scald, and it does about just over a third, I want to say, because I did have some prior damage on Bastiodon. But oh well, that's quite well actually. I can probably take one of those and use Metal Burst to deal some serious damage back. Although that might be too obvious. Probably was, because he does go for Wish instead of going for Scald. Maybe he just wanted to get his health back up, but I go for the Taunt, because I kind of figured he was going to do that, so at least now he can't use Protect or anything. Wish and Protect, very popular combo. So now he either has to attack me or switch. So I can definitely make that work. Just wonder what he's going to... Oh no, he's going to go for Ice Beam. Probably figuring that I was going to go for Metal Burst. Doesn't want to suffer too much damage in return. Pretty clever. Did not think he was going to do that, but my earlier assumption of his Vaporeon having Ice Beam was proven to be correct. And I also know his entire moves now. He has Scald, Ice Beam, Toxic, and Wish, so no Protect. Interesting, I don't really... You rarely see Wish Vaporeon that don't have Protect. But the Toxic damage is still accumulating on him. So now I'm just going to go for Protect here. I mean, if he's just going to go for Ice Beam again. Now he goes for Scald, though. Definitely playing some serious mind games here. But at least the Protect does allow for a little bit more Toxic stalling on my end and get some more leftovers back, so I'd say I'm on the right course here. Sort of. He finally decides to switch Vaporeon out and brings in something which is a Sceptile. That could be a problem. If it has Earthquake or Focus Blast, I don't think Bastiodon is going to stand a chance. Earthquake maybe, because Sceptile's attack isn't all that. But he does have Focus Blast. Sceptile's special move pool is so barren that Focus Blast is pretty much the only decent option it has. And Bastiodon goes down. That quadruple fighting weakness is not kind to it. It's a Life Orb Sceptile. Good to know. I was kind of fearing maybe Choice Scarf or Choice Specs. We'll bring in Mega Aerodactyl, who is definitely going to be faster. He switches out. Aerial Ace is definitely going to KO that thing. Brings Double Aid back in. And yeah, he's going to take that Aerial Ace rather well, because there is no way that is not an Eviolite Double Aid. Double Aid is not worth using if you don't have an Eviolite on it. But I also have the Fire Fang, which does good damage, burns it. He goes for Gyro Ball, hoping the burn is going to save me here. Holy crap. Oh, that is mean. That just cost me my Mega Aerodactyl right there. I'm not sure about this, but I think that critical hits also ignore the attack drop you get from being burned. So bring Tyrantrum in here. I'm kind of running low on options. Went for Gyro, or Dragon Dance. Hoping that he's not going to go for Gyro Ball, because that could wreck me something fierce. Instead he goes for Toxic. Not really sure why. I mean, Tyrantrum isn't really built to stay in there for a long time anyway. But I'm quite happy with this, because now I get a Dragon Dance up for basically free. The burn still doesn't quite kill him though. And then he goes for Shadow Sneak, hoping to get some damage in before I kill him. But I didn't kill him, because I figured the burn was going to kill him at the end of the turn anyway, so why should I attack? I can just set up another Dragon Dance. Genius. So now I'm at +2 speed, +2 attack. Tyrantrum is ready to sweep some shit. And Doublade goes down to a burn, finally. And he is going to bring out a Vaporeon again. I'm at +2, I'm pretty sure a +2 Stone Edge is gonna kill Vaporeon, no problem at this point. So there we go, let it rip. And Vaporeon stands no chance, goes down. Gonna make a comeback here with Tyrantrum. So love Tyrantrum, it looks cool, it's pretty damn good. Though it would be so much better if it could get its hidden ability already. I mean, Head Smash Tyrantrum, now that is a scary prospect. He brings out a Weavile though, goes for Ice Shard, and sadly that takes me down. I was hoping Tyrantrum was going to be bulky enough to survive that Ice Shard, because it's only an Ice Shard. Tyrantrum is fairly bulky. So my last Pokemon, Rampardos. He did quite some work in the previous battle, but he's not really going to get a chance to set up a Rock Polish right now. So he just went for Stone Edge or Fire Punch or something. He goes for Icicle Crash, and I take it, but I get flinched. That really sucks, because that probably cost me the battle here. Because I think Weavile was his last Pokemon, and I would have definitely killed him if my attack hit. So, good battle, 1crash94. I'll get you next time. Thanks for watching, bye-bye.